Since the mid-1970s, people with diverse sexualities have become more accepted and included. Despite international advances, Australia continues to lag in providing notable legal rights and recognition of relationships. This begs the question of how and why non-heterosexual communities are excluded from marriage in a society founded on egalitarian principles, and this is the focus of our research. Previous research on the topic of non-heterosexual marriage have founded several theories. Matthews and Augustinos used a synthetic approach to discuss heteronormativity, the theory that genders are exclusively distinct and complementary, and the perpetuation of this theory through political debate using discursive strategies. Meanwhile, Hosking and Ripper observed that heteronormativity acts beyond people's awareness to collectively reinforce and dictate what can be seen as a legitimate homosexual relationship. Furthermore, Richardson Self argues that heteronormativity can be effectively challenged by promoting unions that are purposefully diverse and that a pluralist strategy guards against a heteronormative outcome where non-heterosexual marriage concludes with an assimilationist acceptance of gay marriage. Converse to this, Somerville examines the relationship between the institution of marriage and the rights of children, and her argument seeks to confound marriage with parenthood. Same-sex marriage is not a reproductive act, and children's rights cannot therefore be transgressed. Lastly, Graham questions whether the issue of same-sex marriage is supplanted in place of underlying homophobia, as the act of sex is absent from debates surrounding gay marriage, possibly to avoid addressing the erotophobia of gay marriage. Although research exists examining the political, legal, and social aspects of same-sex marriage, we propose that this research is limited by the lack of primary data from the LGBTI community. We propose to undertake a mixed method approach including semi-structured interviews in the gay community to utilize qualitative data and quantitative surveys to test qualitative findings. We will use qualitative research techniques such as in-depth interviews to get a general view about same-sex marriage from homosexual individuals. However, we expect to get different opinions from homosexual couples and individuals. Our qualitative data would partly consist of participant observations. Observing online forums on this issue is beneficial as individuals are not identifiable and thus they can express their views more freely and without prejudice. We intend to attend same-sex marriage rallies where people vocalize their opinions more publicly. To get a more personal account of people's opinions, we would conduct individual and small group interviews with loosely structured questioning. In an effort to stay away from political discourse, we would like to interview people who are not politically involved, organising this through organisations such as the National LGBTI Health Alliance. Considering all of this, we expect to find that same-sex marriage is largely supported in the homosexual community, not necessarily because all individuals want marriage for themselves, but that marriage equality is desired as a civil right.